Hey everyone, good morning. It's Thursday, September 18th. This is an NBC 10 coffee break. Well, it's been a damp morning out there, so we want to start with AJ Mastrangelo. He's outside of the station. AJ, I know it was sprinkling a bit, kind of misting when I came in this morning, which was just about an hour ago. So what's it like out there right now?
Yeah, well, Tammy, actually, when I came in around 3:30, 4 a.m. this morning, actually, a few rumbles of thunder, some heavier downpours. You can see remnants of that behind me. That's why I took a little trip over here to some of our satellite dishes, a sign of that rain coming on down with the puddles on the ground. So some areas actually did see over half an inch of rainfall, primarily right along the 95 corridor. It's where one of that heavier cell kind of pushed on through the overnight. But the rain is now clearing out. Tammy, we're dealing with cloudy skies right now, but we do expect to see more sunshine as we head through the late morning into the early afternoon. Springfield, Massachusetts, right now, really not a cloud in the sky. They have lots of sunshine there. So that's coming for us. And actually, this afternoon, once that sun comes back out, temperatures likely climbing into the mid to upper 70s. So fairly seasonable for this time of year. And tomorrow, we'll see a cold front work on through the region. However, it's a dry cold front, not a whole lot of moisture with it, and it really won't be feeling the effects of it until the weekend. So this afternoon, we're in the mid upper 70s. Tomorrow, close to 80. However, that cold front going to be felt for both Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, high temperatures only around 65 to 70 degrees for both Saturday and Sunday. Will be dry with very low humidity. We actually could be seeing our first low temperature down into the 40s since the springtime. So it's been quite a ways away since we've seen some cooler temperatures, but do expect to see that heading for the weekend. Both Saturday, Sunday mornings going to be in the 40s for many parts of the region. Early next week, the fall equinox, that comes on Monday afternoon. However, Tuesday, Wednesday, likely back up towards that 80-degree mark. So not saying goodbye to all these mild temperatures just quite yet. And then once we head through those warmer temperatures, likely to be seeing some rain chances returning to the forecast. Also tracking Tropical Storm Gabrielle in the Atlantic right now. Not a threat to the United States with the current track from the National Hurricane Center, but likely seeing some increased swell through the middle of next week. So that's good news for some surfers out there looking to catch some bigger waves because aside from Aaron, actually been fairly tranquil out there for much of the season. So, Tammy, we got some sunshine coming. Got to wait a little bit longer, thinking closer to midday where we'll see the majority of the region start to clear on out. But once we get through that, a nice looking afternoon, a gorgeous Friday, just a touch cooler for the weekend, but could be raining. So, Saturday, Sunday dry. That's also good news.
That's what we like to hear. All right, AJ,
Yeah,
thank you.
no worries.
Back to the news now. Some of our top stories today. Jimmy Kimmel Live is now suspended indefinitely. ABC pulled the plug after Kimmel's comments on the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. During his monologue Monday night, Kimmel criticized Republicans, saying, quote, "We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it." In an interview, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr described Kimmel's remarks as, quote, "the sickest conduct possible," adding the agency could move to revoke ABC affiliate licenses as punishment. Nexstar Media Group and Sinclair then announced that their ABC stations would preempt Kimmel's show for the foreseeable future. Nexstar is currently seeking approval from the FCC on a more than $6 billion acquisition deal. ABC then made the move to pull the plug last night. President Trump weighed in on the indefinite suspension on Truth Social, saying ABC finally had the courage to do what had to be done. You can see that comment right there on your screen. Democrats and free speech advocates are condemning the move and the threats from the FCC chair. Rhode Island Congressman Seth Magaziner saying on X, quote, "You can't celebrate Charlie Kirk as a champion of free speech while also trying to silence the people on the left for exercising their free speech." Kimmel's representatives have not yet responded to requests for comments on ABC's decision. In other news, the Massachusetts Teachers Association asked schools not to punish educators who make comments about the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. In a statement, the union insists that administrators defend teachers from harassment, including death threats. MTA leadership also asks them to uphold teachers' right to free speech and due process. Teachers in several districts, we've seen this recently, have been placed on leave over controversial online comments about Kirk's killing. And that's not just in the schools. We've also seen that in other careers as well. Do you remember the TV ads from the Publishers Clearinghouse where someone opened their front door to $1 million check? Well, that's not happening anymore because they filed for bankruptcy, but that bankruptcy is now affecting the winners who say they're no longer receiving the winnings before July 15th of this year. The company who bought PCH and has filed for the bankruptcy defends this move, saying it was never part of the purchase agreement. Providence College has a new furry four-legged friend helping students and staff with their mental health. Here he is. This is Finnegan. Very, very cute. He's the therapy dog on campus at Providence College. Looks like a happy guy for sure. Loving the belly rubs right there. The 5-year-old Bernese Mountain Dog is known as Finny to owner and personal counseling center executive director Rosemary Mugen. They became a pet-assisted therapy team last year after a year of training.
Research about the positive effects of having a pet, period, not just engaging in pet therapy when it comes to reduction of stress levels and even lowering of your heart rate. And so he's doing things I can't for someone in the moment.
I feel like every workplace would be better off if they had a Finnegan around just to pet and give belly rubs to midday, right? We have more information about the PC Personal Counseling Center right now on our website. That's turnto10.com. All right, just a quick update for you there. Thanks for joining us for Coffee Break. We have all of your news and weather, of course, on our website, turnto10.com. You can also download the NBC 10 News app. And if you head to our YouTube channel, we have lots of good stuff there. Just search NBC 10 WJR. As for the actual television news, we'll be back on at 12 o'clock with your afternoon update. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.